playing Final Fantasy X.
The button is now pressed. We're live, so
We're live.
let's be live.
Hey guys. Should I just jump on? I feel like.
Yes.
Alright. I'm about to start playing Final Fantasy X. You might not think this is an old game, but I'm gonna make you feel old because this game is 13 years old. Chances are, I mean, it always takes like a while for people to jump in once you go live.
Yeah, I know. I was just waving hi to the camera.
That's good. Andrew's here.
I'm here.
And we are...
Backing that ass up.
We're gonna play this game.
And there he is, Armio Techno himself. Hello, good sir. Good afternoon.
Can we hear Sam? I think we can hear Sam. Can you put the volume on yours, just to make sure? I want to make sure we can hear Sam.
Well, Sam needs to say things.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't hear any audio.
Oh, because I muted it.
Oh yeah, there are people here. Hey guys. What's up? I'm just gonna make this chat bigger. He's hearing a slight echo. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, there are people here. You guys were quick. You got the email, you were like on. That. I'm just gonna make this chat bigger. He's hearing a slight echo. Yeah.
Okay, we'll fix that right now.
You guys were quick.
It's probably one of these sources is slightly slower.
Okay.
So in that case, what we'll do then is we'll just go to plan B, which is build the Yeti. Yes.
Yes.
And replace it with the other webcam audio. I don't know which one's which because I can't fucking see it. Okay.
My Army of Techno, my laptop is not making any sounds.
Yeah, Sam. Oh no, the laptops are all muted now. It's cool. We're good. It was we had two different audio sources, and the one is like probably faster than the other one.
Army of Techno, my laptop is not making any sounds.
Yeah, Sam. Oh no, the laptops are. We're good.
What?
It was,
What?
We had two different audio sources, and the one is like probably faster than the other one. Now we hear it from here, so kill this one.
Yeah.
Yay! Okay,
Hey,
we're
right.
good. We don't have any failures.
Yeah.
Yay! No failures.
If we need to boost the audio from the in-room mics, let us know. That's
Alright.
and you're good. Okay,
Alright.
I'm gonna depart.
Awesome.
Hey, do you guys ever do the chat like this?
Yes.
Like popped out and,
Oh, look at you. There you go.
that's the way to do it.
Okay, I'm here and now I'm leaving. By the way, Degen is not here, I don't think, right now, Degenerate. But we got a wonderful care package.
Now, where is it? It's over here.
I'm gonna get the actual box.
What's the care package we got?
A week ago when we were playing Catan, we were talking about board games to play, and
We were talking about being drunk on the stream. And the lovely
Degen
Degenerate
and Sarah.
slash BD from Oregon sent us a package. Don't show his address.
Oh, I showed his address.
We're
Classic
gonna get like hate mail.
United States Postal Service.
Oh, that's the worst I'm thinking of. You know, like, have you guys heard about all those raids that streamers are getting like SWAT teamed?
No.
SWAT teams like sent to their house. It's like ultimate trolls. Like these crazy trolls online are like finding out the personal information of like popular streamers, and I forget what it's called, but they're like getting them like they're calling in like bomb threats with their addresses and
That's horrible.
stuff, and they're getting like raided by SWAT teams.
Anywho,
Anyway,
what
So
we're
we're
actually trying to say here.
swatted.
What we're trying to say is
Anyway,
that
the moral of
Degenerate.
that story was don't get swatted by showing your address on stream.
Right.
Right.
So Degenerate sent us a note, and the note says, "Drink up," and inside of that, underneath that note,
Is Drunk Quest.
Drunk Quest,
We got
which I'm
Drunk Quest.
really
It's a
excited about.
lovely little card game that I've never played.
So I'm gonna be thanking Degenerate personally on the on the chatty,
Mhm.
but I just wanted to shout him out in the stream. I'm sure we'll see him
Hey,
here at some
Grandma.
point.
Right.
I don't know his actual
Thanks for
Twitch
coming
name,
and
but I know it's
watching me play
Degenerate.
this
Mhm.
So,
game.
is there anything else in here? Should we check? Probably not.
Probably not. It seemed like it was nothing but
Nope.
foam peanuts.
A lot of foam
Foam
peanuts.
peanuts.
Anyone want some foam peanuts?
I
I'll
love
ship you a
foam
box.
peanuts. Do you know they make ones that are biodegradable that dissolve now?
Wow.
We should check to see if those dissolve.
We should play a game
Yeah, let's get some Throwback Thursdays going.
and not not have me ruin the stream by kicking all the cables. I'm leaving now.
I think you have a problem.
I'm leaving now.
Is that cables? Maybe it's me.
There we go.
We're good. We're back.
And we're
You're
back.
like, Sam's gonna play today? No.
No, I just killed the audio and one camera angle. Let's make sure we still have audio on all the cameras.
Yep.
Is this one getting? Let's see if this one spikes. Sorry, headphone users. This
Yep.
spike? Okay, cool. We're good. I'm out of here.
Now get out of here,
I'm
Joe,
done,
before
I'm
you
done.
break something.
I'm done.
Sam needs to play Final Fantasy.
Well, my last
I
words.
need-
Sam needs to play a freaking game.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
After an hour, she needs another hour to prep herself, and then she's gonna play.
All
You
right.
ready? You finally ready?
Well, you
Oh my
guys
God, you
were,
pressed
like,
the button.
setting up and talking about drunk quest and stuff.
You were talking about SWAT stuff.
This is true.
Get out of here. Pushing all the blame on me and Joe. What is this?
So how are we gonna play this game? I mean,
Yeah,
are there
okay.
different ways to play the game?
Is there different ways to play the game? I don't
I
know.
mean-
I've only played the early Final Fantasy games, so I don't really know what to expect.
Andrew's a hipster.
How am I a hipster? I just only like good games.
It's very hip of him. I'm gonna be playing this game with a controller on a television. No, I'm gonna be just I don't know, playing it the way I played it. If you guys want me to skip cutscenes, like Nerds is here.
Nerds is here. We got him.
Yeah. If there's a way you want me to play this,
Carefully. I would like you to play
play carefully.
Play it well too, if
I
you
could
can.
YOLO through it.
Well, you
I
truly.
could only.
How many?
hit
Well, how many
X.
Phoenix Downs do you have? Until you get some Phoenix Downs,
he does
you
know.
can
He
only
does know.
live once.
Alright, I should have started this before so that while you guys were talking about Drunk Quest, we could like skip through the credits. Although I do think. No, I can't skip this.
What are you doing? What are you
Pick
doing?
options. There we go. Alright. New game. Standard or expert your grid. Stream, you decide. I'm gonna do standard. You guys are all gonna say expert. Alright, yeah, that's what I want.
Don't mind me. I'm gonna pretend to do some work while you're doing work on the forces. Are the crystals in this one as well? Are the 4 crystals? Is that still a thing in Final Fantasy? No. Okay, that's how.
Only,
All right, that's some
I think that's only 4.
4. Okay, because I only played 4 and 3, so
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I'm an old timer.
Yeah. There is the whole like Crystallis series. It's all different. It's all different, Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Every game is a different game.
Okay.
These are not
Alright.
sequels.
I know
Did
they're
you know
all.
that?
I know that they're all in
Did you
their
think that?
own worlds and whatnot.
You're like,
and
what
their own-
happens after Final Fantasy VIII?
I know I'm not a gamer noob. I just thought that there were some themes besides like Phoenix Downs and the classes that carry on throughout each game title.
Nighthawk, what are you playing right now? He's just saying, I'm playing right now. I'm like, what are you playing?
What are you playing?
He's probably playing Destiny. Chances are, if you're playing a game right now, you're probably playing Destiny. Because Destiny sold over $500 million
Dollars or copies?
copies, but
There you
they
go.
made over $500 million.
Wow, they made their money back. Well, look at that.
Yeah, times like 100. I was like, wow, $50 million is a huge investment into a game. And then they go and they make like $500 million in the first day, and it's like,
Boom. There you go.
I did I used Dr. Evil in the article.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
like they've made over
$500
$500
million
million.
dollars.
Yeah. Started playing Hearthstone. And see, this is my feeling about card games. like I used to play Magic, but it pretty much just comes down like people with the best cards win.
Magic?
Of course, there is like strategy.
No, you're wrong.
There is strategy. You have to have strategy.
Yes.
But there are certain cards that just like trump.
Yes, you're right, but
like it's like if I have the sweet ass deck, you're probably gonna lose.
Depending on how well you play, because like I played Magic, and my brother is actually a huge Magic player, and his Goblin destroys a lot of like his friends like Dragon decks and Vampire decks and Mill decks. It's strategy. You can't.
It is strategy.
You don't pay to win with Magic.
I definitely agree that it's strategy, but to some level, you are paying to win with certain decks and cards. Like there's a reason why certain cards are so expensive.
Yeah, because of the rarity. Because of the rarity and power. However, there are like Magic does a really good job with coming in with new content and integrating it with old content, so there's a bunch of checks and balances between them. So you can't, because perfect example, my brother's friend has a $150 deck right now. All his deck is worth about $150. Another deck of his is worth about $300.
Wow.
Once again, my brother's deck.
He's better with the 150 deck? Is he? I know what you're gonna tell me. You're gonna tell me he's better with the 150 deck.
No. He's better with the 500 deck because it has better cards.
There you go.
However, my brother that has a white-green Angel Vigilance deck, which isn't that.
Angels are overpowered.
No, yes, Angels are very strong. However, they have counters, and a burn red deck or a blue deck can easily, like with counter spells, can easily take down an Angel deck. There's checks and balances. There's strategies that are better against certain decks. So you can't always drop the most money and expect to win all the time. There's strategy to this.
Okay. Guys,
Madam.
What's my name gonna be? Is it just me, or is this audio a little distorted? Guys, which is it? Is it my voice or Andrew's voice? I feel like it's my voice.
It might be your voice.
Hey, Wes. Stop the technical gremlins. You know what's cooler than $500 million? GTA 5's 3-day launch last year that brought in $1 billion. Yeah, Army Techno, that's true. GTA, really, really impressed. But do you think Destiny's going to break $1 billion in the next 2 days? Could it?
It could. I don't know if it will. If that report of 500 million were sold today, and it came out on Tuesday, possibly. If it keeps at the rate that it's going, usually people.
All of the audio, they said, all of it. Maybe it's this. I have an idea. It could be this microphone picking up you as well.
We're not even using that audio right now.
We're not using this?
No, we do not have the Yeti hooked up. So unplug it.
Wait, but when he did this, he said it spiked.
It's the cam audio is what we're using right now.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're not even using the.
So you and me are both being picked up on the cam?
No, you're being picked up on that mic right there, and I'm being picked up
probably so
by
close
this
to each
mic
other.
right there.
Guys, what do we do? What the hell?
Let's see here.
What to do?
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me call the handyman.
Joe. Nobody told me what I want my name to be. Is it gonna just be Titus?
Name. Oh, what's
like,
the name?
I could just this could be a defining moment of the stream. Right here, it's happening. A defining moment in Final Fantasy X. What is my name? Guys. Okay, now that it's just me in here, does it sound better? Or does it still sound crazy? Because it could just be Andrew's presence. Scary. C.S. Scary.
Talking, test 1 2 1 2, la di da da di da di da di da.
McBrony. Okay, what's it gonna be?
I'm back to save the day.
Okay, never mind. It's a joke that I don't get. Gig tick. G-E-G-T-I-K.
I'm here to save the day.
Torque Master Flex, duh.
Gagtech? What I should name my character? I don't get that many characters. Otherwise, I would name him Torque Master Flex. Shaq? Alright, Gagtech it is, because everybody said Gagtech.
I think there's a person on Shaq that's called Gagtech. I'm gonna fix the audio right now. Now there's gonna be no audio for a second. What I do in this case, Andrew, is I just remove all the audio sources that we're using.
Alrighty. Me too. Take it easy.
Okay, let's try that again. It should have been Torque Master Flex for sure.
I have it muted. Right
Well,
now.
it's already Gagtech.
It should have been Torque at least.
Or Torque.
Thanks, Steph.
Torque Master.
Of course.
So far, the only thing I'm noticing in this high def version, because I played this game many times throughout the last 13 years.
Oh, it still sounds funny.
And I made an executive decision on the name. His name is Gagtech. It's okay, we get to name all the other characters we meet, guys, so there's lots of chances. We can make Unitorque Master Flex. We're on.
Name one of them already tough now.
I kind of want to name... Oh, that would be funny if we named them after people in the stream.
Yeah.
Well,
Do it up.
cheer for me.
2, 3. Teach us how to blitz.
Are all of the sources 48 hertz? Gigahertz? Kilohertz? 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 Isn't it? I don't know what I'm talking about, guys.
Sam, what are you talking about?
I don't know. 44.1K.
Tomorrow.
Sam, what's your deal?
I'm just reading off of the stream.
Promise.
Okay, so what I was saying before is I played this game many times. The only thing I'm noticing right now is just like, I guess, improved color, more dynamic colors in the backdrop. Like, this looks gorgeous. Definitely more dynamic. See those layers? That water looks the same. This water looks the same as well, but those clouds in the back, those look nicer.
Hello.
Like, the backdrop is definitely nicer.
Hello. Just testing here.
Hey, that's better. That's what they said on stream.
There's a little hiss there that I'm trying to get rid of in a second.
Worse? Question mark. It's picking up Sam really clearly, but
Yeah,
there's
there's white noise. These
white
damn
noise.
mic.
I see a headset.
You're fine.
Is it not? I said to myself. What are you thinking? I love
I
this
went
game.
running straight back home. We sat up talking about Jack all night. My dad and I never talked so much. Whoa. Didn't mean to reminisce, folks.
Let's try this.
Anyway,
See where that went.
This is my thing in video games. When you walk up to people, why do they say things to you that people wouldn't say? I walk up to this girl, she's like, "Do you feel cold?" Nah, maybe it's just me. She would say that, but nobody would. Oh, I got the shivers. Maybe I'm coming down with something. I would never say that to a stranger,
Just 1 year,
ever.
he's become the team's
Okay,
number
so-
one player. He's Jack's blood.
Yeah, now I'm
New
gonna fix
hope.
my audio.
What kind of super play will he show us today? Will we see his father's legendary shot? I don't think I'm the only one.
This is that awesome cutscene where he's in the blitzball ring. Oh wait, not yet. Sorry.
Make way, make way.
I have to get through the fans.
I was so ready for some blitz.
I have to get through all these crazy fans.
Hey,
Oh.
I'm gonna
Look at
be
that run he
so-
does. Hold on.
People really care about blitzball.
Look at this run. That run he does in place. So jolly. Yeah, most people who play Final Fantasy X will agree that there should be a blitzball game. Like, that should just be a whole mini game that you can just play.
The only Final Fantasy I ever played, the blitzball game was fixed. I don't remember what Final Fantasy that was. But you played in the game and no matter what, you lost.
Blitzball?
Yeah.
That's not. No, you can win blitzball. It's hard. You can do it.
It was great.
You said you never played Final Fantasies.
Never said that.
You said you played 10.
I said I played one. I said I played one of the Final Fantasies and I didn't like it at all. I thought it was.
Look at this though.
I thought it was whack.
What's so whack? I need to know what's whack about this game.
I just don't identify with the universe. Like I don't identify with like pretty dudes with hair, with funny hair.
They're not all pretty.
Really?
No, yeah.
Really, Joe?
Are you saying I'm pretty?
Yeah, yeah. What kind of statement was that, Joe? You have like a stylized haircut.
But like, just the whole premise of it just doesn't like. speak
But
to me.
Oron's a freaking badass with one arm. You can't even appreciate that?
No. And like their odd fashion choices
It's
for seemingly
you know
no
how,
reason. I just don't get it. And it's not like I actually. It's not that I'm knocking the actual art style because I think the art style's cool.
I think it's just kind of interesting because you
It
like
doesn't
you
speak to
love,
me.
but you're an artistic person.
Right.
These are artistic games, like very much so, more so than a lot of games. I'm gonna say more so than some of your favorite games.
You're just saying that just to start something.
I'm just saying, I think that this game, I think that the Final Fantasy genre requires, I mean, any of these plots require a lot more imagination than I would say, like, you know.
Plots? You were really going to debate the plots of Final Fantasy games.
I'm gonna say
Generic
everything. I'm
JRPG
gonna say
games.
from the plot to the style.
Highly.
The art
What?
is way more creative than I'm gonna say. Well, I think everybody can agree with me here. Like Call of Duty. Like, wow, let's make a war game about things that already exist.
It takes a lot of skill to.
It takes skill, but it takes skill to make this game too.
I know, but no one said it doesn't. But you're knocking a game like Call of Duty, saying that it doesn't
Immediately bad.
that it's bad just because they're remaking something of real life. It takes a lot of skill to
Make something realistic.
It's
make
not
something
it doesn't take any
realistic after real
imagination.
life.
It doesn't take imagination.
To get the materials looking correctly, to make the textures look appropriate and realistic.
That doesn't
To
take
create
imagination. That just
stories.
takes skill.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that there are not really interesting stories in Call of Duty.
Well, that's false.
Okay, tell me
They're
more.
not interested. That's what we're talking about though.
You're
This
now
story
debating
is-
subjective
Right.
stuff right now.
This
What
sto-
does the stream think?
This story is not that interesting to me. Whereas like crawling around in a ghillie suit in Chechnya is exciting to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Crawling under tanks
To each his own.
and shooting a guy from I don't know 300 yards away is exciting. It's just all. It's different.
And
It's
Sam,
subjective.
the Final Fantasy series had sacrificed interesting gameplay and cohesive just combat in order to satisfy highly aesthetic cinematic feel.
But the thing is, I also don't think that Call of Duty as a whole are great games. I don't at all. I think most of their stories are kind of whack.
Final Fantasy X is a memorable game, and I think that anybody that plays this game through will identify with it because of the type of story it is. I mean, if you haven't played it, there's a reason why I say to people who always judge the way that just judge Final Fantasy games in general because they can't get into them. I always say play 10 first. 10 is the best entry into the series or into the franchise because of how incredible the story is and how much you will relate to it. If you can't relate to this any character in this story, you're not human.
Now you're just throwing these acquisitions
You're a
out.
robot.
You are just
You're a
just
robot.
here to make enemies, aren't you?
Yep.
You're being what's his name?
If you're not with us, you're against us.
You're
You're,
lethal
you're
minded
actually
right now.
not human.
Wow, Sam, I thought I knew you.
Guys, I'm sitting in a room with a couple of androids.
You hear it, folks. You hear it here.
Go robots.
If you're not with Sam's opinion,
But
you're a
here's-
robot.
But here's what's crazy though, is that Sam, besides Final Fantasy, Sam doesn't. I mean, what other games do you play? Like, I mean, besides League of Legends, you know League of Legends lore. For example, League of Legends lore, right?
Uh-huh.
That shit, to me, is played out. The fantasy thing. Now, granted, I like fantasy games. I think it's cool, but I look at that sort of stuff and I'm like, I don't know. It just goes over my head. Whereas, in the same way, you look at something like, I don't know, Titanfall lore or Titanfall story or whatever, and you're like, that's stupid.
It's the same way that I
just have
appreciate
different-
sci-fi books
We have different
versus
tastes,
like
which is
war
totally fine.
books. Like
That
I'll
doesn't
never.
mean either of us are a robot.
You guys are robots.
Okay.
I like how so mad these guys get. when I say stuff like that. I just like to say outlandish
just
stuff
don't like
because
that
they
you
just get like
No,
they
see,
just they like they're mad. They're just like.
So now you're trolling.
Because I haven't played wall ball since I was a child.
You're not human.
Right, now you're trolling. That's not cool.
Okay.
Nobody likes to troll.
I'm trolling these
yelling at a wall,
dudes.
Sam.
What?
No one likes yelling at a wall.
Alright, but the stream has spoken, and I can't argue with someone who thinks Call of Duty is a good game, so.
No, I didn't say that Call of Duty are great games, but I think I would argue that we have different tastes, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I could agree that Final Fantasy, I respect the game itself, and I respect that people like it and it's fun. It's not my style.
Yeah.
But I don't say that people that like Final Fantasy are robots and are stupid. That's ridiculous.
It's like you're comparing Miyazaki fans to Quentin Tarantino fans.
Right.
They're just different, but you can't. But you're the one that started off with like the whole like
all I said was that I don't like Final Fantasy.
That's
but
crazy.
I didn't say it's bad. I didn't say it's a bad game. I said I don't like it.
What is it?
No, not at all. Come and join.
A fierce debate.
But yeah, no, Final Fantasy VII definitely still holds up. I always say to anybody who's like getting into well, okay, if you don't know anything about Final Fantasy games, Final Fantasy VII is really not that great of a game. It's important for a lot of reasons, but in actuality, like it's not like that amazing of a game. At the time, it was incredible because it was the first game like it, really. I really like it.
It was over there. On the table. Oh.
And that's why it's so important and matters so much for like video games, video game history.
There should be another table around,
But yeah, objectively, Final Fantasy VI is one of the best RPGs. Anybody who's an RPG fan will agree on that. And I'm gonna. Somebody here said, hold on. Does it hold up for new players? I think he's talking about. Are you guys talking about Final Fantasy VII still holding up to new players? No, it does not hold up to new players. It does not. Whereas Final Fantasy X does, and I think that's why they chose to remaster. I don't know if that's why they chose to remaster it, but I just think that.
Listening to the audio and I started arguing with Sam. I don't know why.
What's going on here?
Lethal migraine.
They're trying to get me to do his. Oops, guys. We don't have faster.
I don't think there's another supplier.
This looks really amazing. Like the backdrop, like this night sky in the back. That looks just so much better. Just sharper. Chrono Trigger still holds up. I've never played Secret of Mana. Final Fantasy 3 is great. Does anybody play it?
You know what I think gets me about Final Fantasy? Just my last point. The combat to me, it just seems like not exciting. That's really, I think, where because I like adventure games. Not that this isn't the turn-based, and I've played turn-based style combat games before, but for some reason this just like doesn't tickle my fancy. Now, not saying that it's bad. People love this style of combat, but eventually it gets old. Just like. To me, at least, choosing attacks and just watching like animations play out over and over again. But I know that's the RPG way. So
that is the JRPG way. Some of them take more skill than others. Like, you know, certain games really do play themselves. Like certain turn-based RPGs really do play themselves, which is unfortunate.
Right.
But some of them do take more skill.
Alright, I'm assuming you can hear both of us. I know the mic on me is not that great. Andrew, if you want to participate, you just gotta speak louder!
Oh
Alright.
my god, did I not get that?
My messages. Should I check my messages on Shack News, or should I check it in my private and stay ready, or should I check that? Or you can just email me. I think I'm just joe.torado@shacknews.com. Alright. I mean, hopefully they can hear both of you guys. Hopefully I can change it.
Right.
But I think as far as right now, we're okay. What I might do is just angle this a little bit better, so
that came out on the PS2 in 2001.
Nerds
This
of
game
Shack
was
messages.
beautiful when it came out.
Shack messages. Oh, SM,
Beautiful.
right. Shack messages. Right. I mean, if you even think about it, he makes a good point. They're talking about the new Final Fantasies, and they're not going to be turn-based. They're going to be
More action.
which is...
Well, because no,
Well, they steered away from turn-based in 12.
Because it used to drive me nuts. I remember playing this game, and, like, you're just
Kind of.
walking, and you, like, bump into an encounter, and you're like, fuck. Now I have to press a button
You have to, like...
4 times, and, like...
well, one of the main things is Final Fantasy. I think actually 10 was the last one that sold remotely well.
Right.
They're not selling well as they used to.
Mhm.
They're not doing well, so they need to get back into the mainstream audience. So that's
Right.
why they're probably going for more fast-paced action with their newer thing, because they need their numbers back.
Right.
I think
It's
that...
just like that idea, like, I'm watching this right now, and just in my rational head, and I do this with other games too, not just Final Fantasy. Like, I do this in Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is a good one of this. There's literally, like, 8 enemies there. Why are they not all running around crushing you? Why are they waiting for their turn?
That was that's what I was thinking when I was playing Assassin's
Why
Creed
can I
2,
not choose the...
and I was just surrounded by guards. I was like, I'd be dead
Right.
in real life.
I thought at some point you can choose
I have
this
that
stupid
level of
machine over
rational
here.
thought where I'm like,
What the
all
hell
of
is the
these bug
machine? Why can't I
creatures
choose the
would be,
machine?
like, stabbing me in the face over and over again, not waiting for me to come stab them.
Super
But that's
Mario
the
RPG is a really good RPG. The 7 stars, what do you call it? Really great. I'm a huge fan of Paper Mario as well. The whole Paper Mario series. I haven't played
Okay,
the
that's
3DS
fine.
one, but that's good.
Yeah.
Turn-based combat as well. And the Mario and Luigi team, or Superstar Team saga, that has great turn-based combat as well. It's very engaging.
Yeah. There's definitely ways to do turn-based.
That's enjoyable, yeah.
How are we doing over here, Sam? What are you trying to attack?
I'm attacking this piece of Machina. This is actually, well, not in this world, Machina is not forbidden. This is... I feel like, am I gonna die to these things? This is gonna be embarrassing if that happens. Okay, no, I'm not. So, the game takes place for the majority of the game 1,000 years in the past, prior to this moment that we're experiencing. We're playing as Titus, who is a famous blitzball player. Blitzball is like it's like water soccer. And his father is a famous blitzball player who disappeared 10 years ago.
Oh my.
Just up and vanished. And now he's a famous player. He has a lot of daddy issues. He hates his father for leaving him and his mother. He is a mama's boy. He's kind of like a spoiled brat. That's what he is. He's a rich kid. And so his father's best friend, Oren, comes at the moment that Zandarkand, which is the city that we've been in, Zandarkand is under attack by some crazy beast, which you're gonna see. There he is, up in the sky. That's Sin. Oh, it's Gegdik. Sorry, Landras.
Yeah, well, I gotta commit to
Alright, so...
games.
Anyway, yep, he's talking to that big monster you can see, so we know that Oron knows this creature up in the sky. I'm not gonna spoil anything for you.
This is it.
And so, Oron's about to take Titus away from the crumbling Zandarkand. And they're gonna disappear. They're gonna go back to the past. Or the future, excuse me, 10,000 years in the future. This is the past. So yeah, we time travel right now. We're going to the future.
This is Monday, right?
So we're gonna wake up, and he's not gonna know where he is or what time period he's in. He's just gonna wake up and go, "Where the hell am I?"
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey!
15th to 21st. Wow. Feels like September's already halfway over.
Yeah,
I
mean,
think-
it kind of is.
I think that if Final Fantasy games can get back to good storytelling, at the front, that it can be saved. That people will start to reinvest in them. There's still a lot of fans like me, obviously.
Did you watch Shameless Plug Did you watch the Jeremy's video on Final Fantasy that he did for You a Scammer?
Which one?
I forget the exact. I think it was like the rise and fall of Final Fantasy and like what's wrong with it, pretty much.
I probably have. I've seen like all of the videos you've done with them.
One of the big points that he was talking about was why the original Final Fantasy games did so well is because.
Can you close the door?
So I didn't have to feel alone.
Here, right?
Yeah, we're gonna pick up all the noise from out there.
There we go. So he was making the claim that back in the day when Final Fantasy was first coming out, not a lot of games were worried about story. It was more about gameplay and like all the weird cool shit that you're doing, like Mega Man, Bionic Commando, yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
So JRPGs were the first, one of the more, I guess, the pioneers of adding a story into the game.
Which one?
Just Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy, like, and just JRPGs are.
Oh yeah,
just
it's
more
like
you're going through a story, and that's what got a lot of people hooked. But once everyone was like, "Oh, we'll just add story to our games," and then games caught up to Final Fantasy, and then Final Fantasy just stayed there, exactly where they were.
Yeah.
So now then they're like, "Oh, then let's just do cinematic gameplay. Let's just make our games feel cinematic as hell," and it's just not working for them right now. Like, it's kind of cool, yeah, sure, but it's not selling the numbers that they want to see. So that's why a lot of people are like, oh, this is why 13 or 13.2, or whatever the hell it's being called, is going where it's going now with the fast-paced action. So trying to get the numbers back up.
If I'm not mistaken, there are treasure chests up in this bitch. And I don't remember where they are, but there are definitely hidden items here. This water looks nicer. Yeah, everything looks nicer. That should be expected with an HD remaster. But yeah. Come on. I need this. Something is written here. And it's in, that is Albed. Final Fantasy is actually like a very like political game. Not Final Fantasy in general, but Final Fantasy X and a lot of Final Fantasy games are quite political. But this one especially, you have like You wanna hang out, John?
Looking for a PS4 controller.
Oh,
Controller?
I have one right here.
I can give you a controller.
Final Fantasy 15, I actually felt looked more like Final Fantasy 7. It has that like kind of like urban. It's raining all the time. There's cars. I don't know. Oh, the save spheres. Final Fantasy 12 was very political. And so is Final Fantasy 10. I mean, you have like Clash of Culture in 10, which is really interesting to see like Yevon and the Albed and the religious persecution that goes on. I mean, that's something. Yeah, it's very noir. I'm actually really excited for Final Fantasy 15, and I'm hoping that it will be the game that does reinvest players in the series. I've been looking forward to it for like 7 years or something like that now. Mm-hmm. It was originally, I can't speak, excuse me, I don't know, I can't speak English. It was originally called Final Fantasy Crystallis 13, Final Fantasy Versus 13, and it was part of the Crystallis series. And I guess after they made Final Fantasy 13, they were like, you know what, we gotta retitle this because it's gonna get really confusing for gamers.
Hell, I don't even know what the hell's going on with you guys, with you crazy Final Fantasy people.
Yeah. Final Fantasy 13, it does play like 10 in some ways. There's the puzzles. Somebody said earlier about Final Fantasy 13, I didn't touch on, is the weird characters, like, they were all really, like, unlikable. All of them. Pretty much all of them.
Yes.
Also, you walk into it, you're right in the middle of the action, right in the middle of the story, and you have no idea what the hell is going on. Granted, that's pretty much the case with every game, Final Fantasy games. You are always walking into a complex world, right in the middle of shit going down, and you have to catch up.
You mentioned that this game takes place 1,000 years in the past.
In the future.
In the future. So is there
Sorry.
time travel?
Yeah, we just time traveled, actually. He doesn't know that, though. So
Okay.
this is, off of what I just said, one of the reasons why Final Fantasy X is the best entry into the series, for me anyway, was the fact that you're not, like, just thrown into this world and you have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're playing a character who also doesn't know what the fuck is going on.
Okay.
So you guys are learning together.
Okay, so you're doing that fish out of water narrative.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the, you know...
So, I guess you start off in the water and then you go out of the water. That's cute. Way to be... Alright, sure. Final Fantasy.
What are you talking about? We're in the water right now?
I mean, no, it's very... You're in the water and you have to go out of the water and go, oh my god, I'm in the future. It's like you're literally a fish out of water.
Oh,
so,
I see.
I'm glad Final Fantasy writers at least paid attention in college.
Yeah.
In their writing classes. Way to go. Get up that sophomore level narrative.
Yeah, I don't know what they did to Tidus's eyes in this game, but they look, like, really weird. It's just like the blue is too blue. It's like, it's weirding me out.
Blue is too blue?
Yeah. You guys, if you think this is crazy, you guys gotta see Yuna's eyes.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh, you made it.
Yep, I made it. Yeah, Sin is like a black hole. I'm gonna spoil all this game for Andrew. It's not gonna be the same when you know all the details from the beginning.
Anyway.
He's not gonna play it anyway. So that big monster thing that sucked us into the future, Sin is like a black hole between a past where we meet Tidus and the future Spira. So the world that we live in is Spira. The city that we were just in is Zandarkand. Right now we are 1,000 years in the future in, I forget what the ruins are called here. But, these are some ruins. I definitely missed some treasure chests out there.
Messing up, kid.
I know. Okay, alright. Come on. I felt like Final Fantasy 13 did play a lot like 10. I felt like it was a mesh of 10 and 7 together like this. But it just wasn't quite right. And it was a little bit more linear than 10 actually. 10 is pretty linear, but you can explore and you do have the chance to revisit places in 10 where you can't do that in 13. I always thought that they should make an animated series or at least a movie. I always thought 10 could be a movie because the cinematics were so good and the voice acting was really good in 10. Like the English voice acting was really good. I can't say that for all the games. Alright guys, excuse me. I forget where most things are in this game. I was actually gonna bring the guide. I forgot it.
Womp womp.
I was originally gonna play Final Fantasy IX, and then I'm in the process of moving, and so oops, the boxes won today. It was in one of the boxes, and I couldn't find it. It was either that or 7. I wanted everybody. Oh, there's a treasure chest. I wanted everybody in the office to voice over a different character in 7. I actually did that. I used to stream at a LAN center in Fort Lee, New Jersey called Local Battles, and we played Final Fantasy 7 through. And me and my boyfriend did all the voiceovers. He was Tifa, I was Barrett. It was great.
Adorable.
Yeah. I was like, yo, I'm Barrett. I'm gonna save here, even though it's really not necessary. Yeah, the music was so good. I mean, All the games have good music, though. That's not really fair to say that this is better. All the games have great music. This one is quite exceptional, though. I will agree. I went here already. I'm sorry, guys. I'm retarded. Did I go here already? I definitely went here already. Supposed to build a fire. He's cold.
Aw.
And he,
Poor Gektik.
Does that mean I can take the withered flowers? I'm so confused. I want to examine it. I'm hitting the X. I want to examine it. It won't let me examine it.
Are you making that clunking? Or is that outside? That's outside. Never mind.
Yay, Flint. Flint and Flossie. All across the nation. Smash and bang is my favorite combination.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, I want to read the chat for a second here. Oh, wait, let me make a fire. Do I have all the things to make the fire yet?
Do you? Do you have tinder?
Yeah, I do. I have the flint and the tinder. Okay. I love Final Fantasy X so much. I even learned some pieces for the piano. I did the same
cool.
thing. I can play 2 Zandarkand.
Ooh.
Yeah. What game? The Chrono Cross. Ah, yes, yes. Chrono Trigger is actually considered to be one of the best RPGs of all time, and everybody knows that. But it was also made by Square's Dream Team. It included the guy. I don't remember all their names. I would be a bad fan here. But the guy who did Dragon Quest, the guy who did the manga and anime. He's a freelance artist that did the art for Dragon Ball.
Oh,
I forget his name.
Akira Takamura, right?
Yeah, the music was also, it was done by 2 composers, but Nobuo Uematsu, who also did the music for Final Fantasy X, worked on Chrono Trigger.
You cried.
And, I'm reading some of the comments.
So, according to our good friend Jeremy Parrish, who did a video piece on Chrono Trigger, Chrono Trigger was led behind Final Fantasy's lead series creator,
Yes.
Hibinoru Sakaguchi. I apologize if I'm butchering these names. And then Yuji Horii, who also was one of the lead creators of the Dragon Quest series. So you had a very blissful, symbiotic relationship between those two. And it works really well. Have you ever played Chrono Trigger? No. The answer is no.
That doesn't mean I don't know what that doesn't mean that I can't appreciate.
I don't even know what you're trying to say.
I don't know what I'm trying to say either. I have not played Chrono Trigger, alright? Okay. The stream is, you shouldn't have asked me that question because the stream is about to attack me. Guys, no, I have not played Chrono Trigger. That's really good for you, Andrew.
Frog for life.
No, but I do understand and appreciate the game. I haven't played it. I should play it. Guys, really don't tell me to play it. Good. Please don't tell me to play it. I know I have to play it, alright?
It's really good. And K Samurai 1 said, funny thing I heard Chrono Trigger was all based off of stories from the Bible. You're kind of right. You're talking about the game theory episode where Matt Pat talks about the parallels between that game and the Bible. I don't know if it's like directly based off of it, but very influenced on it.
I didn't lie to you guys. I never said I played Chrono Trigger. I just know a lot about the game.
And like Lavos and the whole thing with Lavos is based off of the Book of Revelations and whatnot.
You lied to us. Sorry, I'm reading
Yes.
the chat.
The DS version is great. That's where I got it. I got it for Christmas back in the day, and I played the hell out of it. And my go-to team was Chrono, Frog, and Robo, the robot, which looks just like Blitz. And I named him Blitzcrank.
Yeah.
And in a later playthrough that I played, they were really great. A lot of damage with some frog healing. So that's my bag.
Nah, I got it. Wait. What's going on here? I have to use. Oh yeah. I can use a grenade.
Gotta use that grenade.
Frog's theme is one of the all-time greatest video game music pieces ever.
You know what, Duffman? I'm gonna say you're right. I haven't listened to Frog's theme in a while. Let me just refresh my memory.
I should have stolen from him. I think Tice is about to die.
Get dick. Gig dick, alright? You gotta be consistent with this.
Final Fantasy Nicolas Cage edition? What? Finally. The creature has been slain!
Duffman, you're right. Did a quick listen through. Frogs is great. All about that brass, baby.
All about that brass. I'm all about that ass.
Oh, shit. Speaking of, wow, that was
perfect
hilarious.
timing. Did you see that? You guys, did you guys
Now I'm
see that?
seeing I'm about to see him on stream. Of course, there's a 45-second delay.
This is when we meet our Albed honey, Riku. Although she's like 15 in this game, so it's a little,
Whoa.
I know, I'm sorry. She's also fictional, so it's like,
Alright, now we're getting...
Thanks, Duffman, thanks. Also, they had to create a language for this game. They created a language for this game.
Really? That's impressive. I guess. Is it an actual language? Is it like a real language or just words?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go on a whim here and say that it's not an actual language. I think they just replaced letters with other letters, and made them in a smart way in which they could all make sounds. So they replaced vowels with other vowels, and then replaced all the other letters with other letters in certain ways, in which that if you just replace the letters, you could still make a phonetic sound out of the word.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's how it is. I don't know. Because there's a key to alphabet, and all the letters are just other letters. Play theme on stream. That's what they want.
They want?
You just play it in the room.
I use play it through my laptop.
Play it.
Let me get a better, because the one that I was listening to wasn't that great. It was clippy. High quality Chrono Trigger, Frog's theme.
This is really good.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. I have a question. Why are there so many blonde people?
Because Japan's obsessed with blondes.
Okay.
No, but the Albed actually... No, let me defend myself. In this game, only the Albed are blonde. And actually, in this game, the Albed are the ones that... They're a minority. They're only like 2% of the population. Although, Titus is blonde. I don't know anymore. But most of the Albet are blonde, and most of the other characters are not blonde. I think Titus is the only one I can think of that's blonde besides the Albet.
Okay.
Which is weird. Come on, where'd we go? Wait, because when I watched on the Final Fantasy X stream, the guy playing told me that the US version has no Dark Aeons. That must have sucked.
Eh?
There are Dark Aeons?
Totally, you didn't know that? I knew that.
You don't know that. There are Aeons. There are Aeons in all the games. There are Aeons in this game, but I never heard of the Dark Aeons. What are the Dark Aeons?
Dude, I totes know that.
You did not know that.
Dude, like, I was playing the other day with the Aeons. I was like, yo, Aeons, what's up? He's like, oh,
I already know how to do
dark.
this.
And I was like, oh, so you're a Dark Aeon. See? I know stuff.
Oh my god, okay, I know how to do this already. Okay, yep.
Post-story fights.
Yeah, got it. Alright.
Yeah, need help?
Jesus!
You gonna be okay over there?
They're just side quests where you get a harder version of the Aeon. Ah, okay, I see.
There you go.
There are, you guys know this already, the celestial weapons. There are certain beasts you must slay to get the celestial weapons. Like, what are those Medusa-looking bitches in, they're in the Calmlands, and you have to kill them to get Oron's sword. I know that.
Oh, they're the Aeons.
They're not Aeons. No,
yeah,
they're not.
They're the Chocobos.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
The
Chocobos?
The snake Chocobos.
Do you know how to ride a Chocobo?
Yeah, you press X. Or square, whatever the action button is, and then you start riding them. Did I get it right?
I'm done. They each have millions of HP? Millions?
That's just...
No.
Millions? Oh, millions? Nah.
Dark Yojimbo? Yojimbo's hard in general. I can't imagine what Dark Yojimbo is. I'm saving again. I don't know why. Alright. Wasting your guys' time. Yeah, I'm canceling this operation. That's pause. How do I go to the...
Dude, do you even lift?
Do I even lift, bro? Please. Can I move? Oh my god. Why can't I use my ability sphere? Why can't I use it? Maybe I should have read that thing.
Bored for my notes. Ugh.
Dark Anima has 8 million
Anima?
HP. Anima is crazy also. How the hell do I get out of here? Rika, please. Final Fantasy X US was the first version and was released first. Final Fantasy X EU was released out later, and they made it a more complex version at the time. Guys, what's your favorite character in Final Fantasy X, and then what's your favorite character in any Final Fantasy game and why?
Black Mage. Because he knew black magic.
That's so...
Oh no, the Geomancer, because it was the best class in Final Fantasy 3. Did I win?
I don't know. Come on. Like, I feel like I do not know where I'm going. I hate water. Am I swimming? Definitely. Oh, Jesus.
Cool.
I gotta fight these magic carp.
Carp.
I don't want to return to the ship.
We'll go as
I'm ready. Bitch, I've been ready. I was born ready. Swimming is just so...
Much fun, dude.
Love swimming.
This looks great. Look at
Carp
you
used
two.
splash. It was not very effective. Yeah, I don't see why they're not characters. It's like you can play with, you can use them, you can summon them and use them. So yeah, they're characters. Yeah, Bahamut is cool, and Bahamut appears in like a lot of the games. Titus, smash. I should have saved. Oops. There's a fight here that's kind of hard. Can I go back?
Uh-oh.
Wah! I can't go back! Come on. Come on. Get into the door. Titus is posting on Chatty? What? Oh no, the Magikarps, they came for us.
Oh, haha.
Overkill.
There you go. Bronze.
You guys never answer my question. Only one person answered, and they told me Bahamut.
I answered.
You don't count.
Why don't I count?
You don't count.
Why don't I count? Am I not a person? Why? Because I don't like Final Fantasy games?
Nerds. Nerds!
Are you talking to Nerds Beware specifically?
I'm actually talking to nerds.
Or are you addressing our fan base?
Y'all are nerds. No, I'm talking to nerds specifically. Nerds. Don't act like you didn't hear me.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a good excuse, Army. What is this Urban Dictionary link? Should I be scared? Oh no, octopi. Look, Andrew, reasons for you to like the game.
Oh, tentacles.
Oh no, I'm gonna get smacked. Do I have any good items? I don't. Oh my god, a Gegtic is an attention whore who makes random comments at shacknews.com in an attempt to be funny. That's really funny. How long has that been a word in... And you know, Titus is an attention whore. She doesn't have any. God damn, I should have saved. I knew I should have saved those for this. Oh well.
Yeah, that was made in 03.
Nice, yeah, nice dig up, Army.
There you go.
Just gonna attack this tentacle over here. There's nothing I can do. I should try to steal before I can one of these. Gain some health out of that. That's cool. That hurt. I'm gonna attack because she can potion herself. Please, die already, please! Pincer attack. That's... Yes, this is the HD remastered version, but The original game did come out. Wait, is there a special move I can do here? No, alright. I'm gonna steal. Let's see what we can get from this guy.
Anything?
Tentacles! Wait, no, that's the,
I was like, yes, you can steal tentacles. It's great.
I know, right? Let's see. Stole grenade. Awesome.
There you go.
Why this octopus has grenades?
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to, Sam.
I know. You're right. I guess I'll use one of these potions. I want all the grenades. I should have used. Oh, okay. I already got the grenades. Ow, this is gonna hurt. Oh, good. I missed. Pow. And a JRPG if there's no tentacles.
I know.
So what's everybody doing today?
What's everyone doing this weekend?
The weekend is upon us. The weekend is upon us. You're doing Twitch reads today? You're going to Cali tomorrow. Wait. Turn down friend's deck?
Ooh. Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, I agree with you. I can't get into Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, you're gonna do that, nerds? Oh, tell me how it is. Did you see that picture? Nerds has this wicked looking tool that's like a crowbar and a hammer and an axe all in one, and he's gonna break his friend's deck with it. And he mentioned it, I think, like last week. So
wait, you're gonna use like a crazy tool?
Yeah, he's gonna use like some insane tool. I think Joe showed it to me. It was on Nerds' Instagram. It's really cool looking. It's like something that you would expect like Woody Harrelson to have in Zombieland to just chop through the people.
That's intense. Oh, Army Tech down. I called United. Those jerks. They told me I could refund my returning flight if I paid $200, but I would only get $187 back. I was like, math? That doesn't make any sense.
Interesting.
So I'm gonna call again. I have to call their like customer service department and just like cry, you know.
That's an idea.
That's pretty much what I'm gonna do. I mean, I've flown with United many times. I've never had a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the worst experience I ever had flying.
That sucks.
Yeah. It's beer clock in an hour. Shake it off, Titus.
See, you keep calling him Titus, and I'm getting confused.
Sorry, Gag Tech.
Commit.
Hey, my name is Titus. Don't touch me. Yeah, well, Continental sucked, so I'm not surprised by this. I mean, Army said United has been awful since the Continental merger. Yeah, I definitely was on a United plane that was definitely a Continental plane. And I'm like, these seats definitely look like the old Continental seats.
I know.
I'm sorry, Titus.
Whoa!
Titus. My sister once deleted my Final Fantasy X 100% save game with 130 hours playtime because she needed some space for her SingStar videos.
Dude, that's what happened to me. My cousin deleted my Donkey Kong 64 game, and I was literally at King K. Rool, and he deleted it because he wanted to play, and he thought, oh, let me just start it over. and it was heartbreaking.
Oh
I just
my
cried. I think I
God.
did cry. I was young. I could not deal.
I want candy.
Hey.
Dun, 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 dun. I want candy.
Hello there. What is your name?
Riku.
Wow! You really do understand.
So I think that Riku is actually one of the coolest characters in this game.
Didn't you say so
Ever?
earlier?
I'm not gonna say ever, but I did this article and it was like the 6 baddest chicks of Final Fantasy, and I included Riku because she's like,
We?
Oh, we
she's
need
awesome.
you.
She's bilingual. She stands up for what she believes in.
Who
She
are
comes
you
from
guys
an oppressed culture, and
We're Al Bhed. Can't you tell?
because of her unique ability to speak 2 languages, which
You're not
most
Al
of the
Bhed,
Al
are
Bhed
you?
don't.
I don't
That
even know what
ass also.
that is. Zanarkand.
But you know, she's in a unique position. She has like some power because of
Player of the Zanarkand Abes?
her mixed heritage.
Hit your head or
She's
something?
half Al Bhed.
Zollington said, I was forced to let my little bro play Pokemon Yellow version, and he ended up deleting my save before he gave it back. That is heartbreaking.
That's, what a douche.
I would cry. A 23-year-old man would cry if someone deleted my Pokemon right now.
I just called somebody's like little brother a douchebag. What a fucking douche.
About life there,
And
Blitzball, and
his
Sin's
little
attack.
sister deleted
And
the Smash
About how Aaron and I
data.
were
That's
engulfed
horrible.
in this light.
Oh,
I
and
just
Spider-Man
said things as
2
they came
was
to
deleted.
mind.
That's heartbreaking. It's always
I started
heartbreaking to
to
hear
wonder.
other people's saves were deleted.
No, the worst thing that ever happened to me is I was like, I don't know, maybe like 60% done with Final Fantasy VIII, and there was a brownout. It wasn't even a blackout. It was like where your lights just go really, really dim for like a minute.
Alright, always sunny.
And you know what a brownout is?
Do you watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
No.
There was it's a great episode. They have a Halloween party and they all get completely hammered.
You sure?
And they're trying to recall the
There is no
night
Zanarkand.
that night because someone hooked
Destroyed
up
1,000
with
years ago.
the female character D,
Mm-hmm.
and Charlie Day's character was like, I browned out. It's when you black out, but you still kind of remember what happened.
Yeah.
So everyone essentially browned out, and they're just trying to piece
The things
the night
together.
together. It's a great show. I highly recommend it.
I have friends that are fans.
It's really good.
But yeah, no, it's like where your lights don't go out all the way, but like, you know, you can't run like televisions and things that require actual electricity. You can run like light bulbs, but they're like half dim, flickering.
Right.
Anyway, so my console restarted, and I cried because I did not save.
Oh no, that's heartbreaking.
Like anything from disc 2. Like, so bad.
Oof.
I was just, you know what? I'm not going to finish this game. And that's exactly what I did. I did not finish the game. Alright, I'm sorry guys. I'm going to save. So I don't know if anybody's actually watching the game, but Riku has been our friend. They all wanted to kill us. Those Al Bhed, they were like, and she saved us. So that's pretty awesome of her. I mean, she basically defied her people to save a stranger just because she didn't think he was bad. That's also why she's badass. She's a good person. She stands up for what she believes in. And that's pretty cool. I think we're ready to go now. I think we start talking to her. We're going to trigger the next scene.
Oh, did you read what Landro just said? That's some stuff. That's intense.
Wait, I didn't.
I deleted my brother's entire music library that he created that he spent 3 years on because he wouldn't back me in a fight with his friends. That is some very high political dealings right there. That's intense.
Yeah.
I don't know who's right. I don't know who's wrong. I will say that's intense.
Can you read out Vale's kicks?
Read out my question. Yes. Let me just. Sam, did you choose expert or standard sphere?
Oh, I choose standard.
She chose standard.
I was like, let's just click through this.
Don't tell anyone you're from Zanarkand, okay? Yevon says it's a holy place.
Does it make it that much
You might have said
difficult?
something.
Is Expert Sphere truly expert, or?
No, it's not really that hard. Yes, Riku cosplay, always very good.
Some kind
No. There is no cosplay that is always very good. No one wants to see certain Rikus, be honest.
I'm sorry, I was making that.
Do I believe all people should cosplay? Yes. Cosplay is like a fun activity for everyone. And I encourage cosplay without judgment. But not everybody enjoys seeing certain cosplay.
Yeah, that's their opinion. You're allowed to do whatever you want with your body.
This is true.
Never for your body. That's my opinion.
Is he mighty in here?
So what are you doing now? I'm seeing a sub.
Now we're gonna land in Besaid Island.
Okay.
The ship, it has sunk. We get separated from this Al Bhed ship, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna wake up on the shore of Besaid. Yes, this is.
Okay.
And, yeah, so that's what I'm talking about, L6. Cosplay can be very strange.
No, you're on land.
Yep, now I'm on land. So,
Yeah, it is pretty.
it's beautiful. We're on Besaid Island. It's like a tropical island. This is Waka. Oh, his eyes are so blue. It's so weird.
Waka Flocka, or...
Blitzball.
Where did he get that?
This is, the...
Is he hallucinating?
What's his team name? The Besaid... God, they're like the Besaid something. And they're all like, whoa!
Where did he get that, where did he get that ball from?
These guys, they like
Oh, they
threw
just
it to him.
tossed it to him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's what I get for not paying attention.
Another thing I love about this game is that the settings are so diverse.
Mm.
Yeah, right? I just got in a shipwreck. I just came up on shore, and the first thing I want to do is play Blitzball. I'm like, hell yeah! Let's play some Blitzball!
Duh.
Although at this point, he's probably just like, finally, something I know. Because he did
What was that? What was that? Like, is he like some psychic with,
right?
with Blitzball or something?
It makes more sense with the sound. We can't hear the sound, guys, because it will like loop, and that's annoying. But no, he's come into contact with something he knows. He's like, crap, these Blitzball players, they probably know who I am. He was just in front of a bunch of people who just spoke a language he has never even heard of, and he's just like, shit, what's going on? He woke up, somebody threw Blitzball, and he's like, man, finally, these people are gonna know me because I'm famous. But they don't. And now he's like, guys, I don't know where I'm from.
Sin's toxic
Help.
got to you, but you're still alive. Praise be to Yevon. All right, back to practice. Coach and captain of the Besaid Horrocks, brother. Why, too hungry? Okay, back to the village. I'll get you something.
Yeah, he doesn't need anything. Look at these fools. Like everywhere else, there's obviously treasure chests to be found. So let's find those. Look at the reflection of the water on the dock. Like that doesn't really make that much sense. I've never seen that much reflection on a dock before, but really thought there'd be a treasure chest there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there wasn't. Colors are so vibrant in this game. There we go. I'd rather die in a shipwreck than play Blitzball. So was it you who said earlier that you hated Blitzball? Somebody said they hated it earlier.
Well, what's there to hate? Do you even play it?
Yeah, you do. You actually do play Blitzball later on in the game, and a lot of people liked it so much that they wish that there was an entire game for Blitzball.
Wow, that kind of reminds me. Do you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, or like the Avatar show, like Korra or anything? All right. Anyone who watches Korra, they're making a Korra game, and they're adding probe ending into the game, which makes me excited, I guess.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's all I can add to that.
The only thing I never agreed with in a Final Fantasy game was that there are often real guns, and yet the heroes have to fight everyone with swords and staves. There are no real guns in Final Fantasy X.
They have plasma guns, don't they?
No, not in Final Fantasy X. No, there's no guns. They have like cannons, and they have
it's
like.
A gun? It's a form of firearms.
Later on in the game, they do have mechanical-ish weapons, but they're like kind of. They're like ancient mechanics. Like they're not like modern guns by any standards, really.
It's just that it's hard to keep at it sometimes, you know?
It was just as Riku said. Waka and Riku couldn't.
Voiceover was so good. It's like, tell me a story. Read me a book.
But you from the Zandarkand Daves, that was a good one.
Oh, you're right. But yeah, you're right. They do have rifles. Which was really, really weird if you think about it. Seymour was like one of the leaders of like New Yevon or something like that, which is like they don't believe in Machina at all. Like they're like anti-Machina, but then like they try to use Machina to fight Sin. And he employs all of his like people with Machina.
Is Machina the god of this world?
Machina is the word for ancient technology.
Well, yeah, it's machine.
It's like machines.
From
yeah.
Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
god crane. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not a god. It's just the word they use for the machinery.
Oh, but they worship it?
No, they don't worship it.
Well, you said they believe in it.
Well, okay. The Al-Bhed, they don't think that the use of... So, this is this main conflict in this game. There are people who... So, Sin, like... Okay, I'm sorry. It's very complicated. I have to start from the beginning.
Okay.
Sin comes, he destroys Zandarkand. Like I said, we wake up 1,000 years later. And I guess we can't go up this way yet. We wake up 1,000 years later, and...
Oh, John DiMaggio's that guy? I didn't know that. Well, I didn't know this game. So, that's cool. He's one of... I mean, he's an amazing voice actor. I'm sorry, continue, Sam.
It's okay. This is beautiful. Look at this.
Gorgeous.
It is. Yeah, it's basically, his father is inside of Sin. He was swallowed up by Sin, I don't know exactly when in the timeline. But, Sin has pillaged this world from the time of Zandarkand's ruin to now. Sin still attacks the world. So people are very divided on why Sin does this, and a lot of people believe that it's from the use of machinery, because Zandarkand was like New York City. It was like the most developed of all the regions in Spira.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people believe that it was the use of machinery, so they destroyed it all. Now the main religion, there's a treasure chest. The main religion in Spira is Yevon. Term for powered machines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if you're reading the chat, but
I'm looking.
yeah. But there are people who don't believe that that's there, and they continue to use machines anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way to get rid of Sin has been for summoners to use these aeons against him.
Okay.
And they bring on the Calm. They call it the Calm. It lasts for like 10 years. But they're martyrs. They die in the process.
Okay. Do you get summoners in your team?
Yeah, we have one summoner. Her name's Yuna.
Okay.
And she is she's a martyr. She accepts this mission to defeat Sin to bring a 10-year calm to Spira, knowing that she will die doing it.
Okay.
It's
pretty heavy.
There are people. Yeah, her cousin is Riku. And this is why this story is so great. But her cousin is Riku. We don't know that yet, but we do know that her cousin is Riku.
Riku was that girl with the booty.
The booty, yeah.
Okay.
And Riku doesn't think she has to die. Riku's like, you don't have to die, just use the Machina.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the Albed think. They're like, people don't have to die. People can stop dying if we just use the Machina against Sin.
Mm-hmm.
And that's their stance. But because they're minority, people don't listen to them. Yeah,
okay. Interesting.
They speak a different language. They look different. People don't like them.
Let me go.
So there's just like a weird point later on in the story where Yuna has to marry Seymour. Seymour is like this. Seymour. What did you guys?
Suddenly Seymour.
He's like a. He's not like a vigilante, but he's like He's like a.
What does he do?
He's like a preacher. I don't know what to call him. He's like a Yevon figure. He's like a prince or something. Zandarkand and Bevel, the ancient cities from Titus Pass, fought each other. Whereas Zandarkand relied mostly on summoners, Bevel used Machina and finally devastated Zandarkand. Yu Yevon, the leader of Zandarkand, created a dream Zandarkand and Sin as its projector.
He's a mega priest.
He's a mega priest. Okay, so he's a mega priest who employs all of his people with Machina.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Seems a little weird.
Wasn't too far off either.
Yeah, he ends up being like a boss. But you have to defeat like 4 times.
Thanks for spoiling it for me.
I know. I'm sorry, guys.
This is where I was born. I started Blitz when I was 5. I joined the Aurochs at 13, 10 years ago. 10 years. And we never won a game. Well, after last year's tournament, I quit. Him right.
How many people are here hanging out?
Hmm?
How many people are hanging out?
We have about 24 people chilling. 27.
Thank you, 27 people, for chilling.
Yeah, thank you. Well, you play Final Fantasy and I doodle on this whiteboard.
Are you writing a schedule down?
I did write. I have next week's schedule pretty much down for streaming. Besides Rumpos and Cats games, I have. And Thursdays. Because we just do retro stuff on Thursdays, but we usually figure that out. But we have pretty much everything set out for next week. All reared and ready to go.
I don't care how we do. We give it our all.
No.
Poop. Why are you talking about poop on stream?
You play to
Who's talking about poop? Oh, that poop. He's a poop head.
Aw, I dropped to 13. Bye, everybody.
Oh, well,
you know what? Screw all of them.
And he just, I was 30, you guys, and he spited me right there.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to tweet. trying to get into the Twitter. As soon as they said 2714, people were like, fuck this.
That, nah, we're done.
Oh, see, they came back. It was only for a brief moment. Twitches fail.
Alright, hey, there you go.
Who are they?
Luzu and Gata, Crusaders.
I hear good things about Tales of Xillia too. Okay, Samurai 1.
What?
I haven't played it yet, but people tell me it's worth it.
Oh, thanks, Army.
Hey, sorry. Don't worry.
Cool. In return, come turn him.
About the Crusaders,
We can split the cutscene. We can skip the cutscenes if you guys want.
What about people that want to, experience?
Experiences for the first time?
Yeah. I've never seen...
Oh, I'm going the wrong way.
I'm not even paying attention, don't even.
The one thing I always wished about this was instead of it just having like automatic camera panning or handling or whatever that's called, being able to actually look around the world. You can't do that in this game. You can't look around.
That's stupid.
Yeah. You can do it in the new games, the new Final Fantasy games, so you can't do it in this
We'll
one.
get you something over there later. Take a look around first. Let's see. The Crusaders Lodge is over yonder. Luzu and
Joe
Gata
said he had
usually
15
there.
windows open of the stream to his computer crashed. Jerk.
Loser.
All right. Over here.
Huh? What's up?
You do remember the prayer, right?
Yeah, we want him to think I'm a good person.
I didn't know it in the first place, to tell the truth.
Man, that's like the basics of the basics. All right, I'll show you.
This game had like a really cool spiritual element to it too. I don't know. I love this game.
Go ahead.
Seems like a good game. Seems like if I had the time, I would give it a shot. I don't have the time though, unfortunately.
Rocket Puppy, are you being sarcastic? I can't read your voice. He's like, some more cutscenes would make this more exciting.
Some people like cutscenes. I love cutscenes.
I like the full cinematics. You know,
Okay, now go present
I
yourself
really
to the
do
temple
appreciate
summoner.
the story of this game.
Blitzball player
I'm also
would
playing
know
it
that
like
prayer.
without sound,
It was
which
the
is like,
I mean, we can boost it like a little bit. That's the thing. We can only boost it like maybe 2 more.
you give me
things, or
1
whatever.
more percent and I'll be like so happy.
Okay.
Give me a
You know
little
what, Sam?
nudge. I'll be like,
Just
oh
for
my
you.
god, I can hear their voices.
For the last 14 minutes of the stream.
Yay. Wah, wah, wah.
There.
Thank you.
Everything is right in the world again.
If you guys don't know what song this is Sutake Dene. I want the voices muted and Sam and Andrew should just re-dialogue the dub of the game.
Landro.
That's what I wanted to do with Final Fantasy VII. Which, I think you were there for that. I was like, yeah, he was there for that.
You were very adamant about that idea.
It looks like we're streaming from heaven.
Oh, because of those lights. Yeah, I know.
This game was so good, I died. That's what happened.
It just ascended.
Now I'm playing it from heaven. Jersey is heaven.
Pretty much. I don't know how else I can.
Look at this weird cat. Wish I could zoom in on this.
What's wrong with it?
I
Looks
don't
like a
know.
normal
He looks like he
cat
has a
that I would
shark fin.
expect in a Final Fantasy game.
He
Why are you hating on a cat? I thought you liked cats.
Look at this cat. Why is this place have so many cats? These look like my cats at home. Except with like, oh, there's a pillow or something behind this cat. I thought he had like a fin.
See, look at you.
Water
hating this
cats.
cat.
Oh, wait. What's that? I don't need this. Are you listening to the audio?
No, I'm just being weird. I'm Humming, speaking.
Val6 goes, well, I think the game really starts after the Blitzball game in Luca, which is like 5 or 6 hours of playtime until then.
Do you agree with that?
This is, yeah, no, it's like a good 6 hours away, at least. This game is like a 35-hour-long game, I think.
That's it?
I mean, minimum.
Okay.
It takes more time
standing
to
in that place.
like, complete the game 100%. Look at this scene. This is a beautiful scene that's about to come up.
Oh, I have to.
I think you should. It's gorgeous.
I began to realize how different this world was from my own.
Are we getting a Final Fantasy X marathon stream? I mean, I could do that.
Could you do that?
I could. Give me... You just bring the food to me, and I'm happy.
We'll just give you buckets.
10 years
You can do with them as you will.
Oscar became High Summoner.
Yeah, it's weird to see Uniriku where 999999 damage hits when you level them up.
It's...
Are we gonna 100% this? I can try to 100% it if we want to do this.
Well, yeah, I mean,
But
this could be your go-to thing. If
this
you
could
wanna...
be my thing at home. Like, if you guys are like want that when we're off air, I can just play this at home. I have no qualms.
Make the same excuse over and over. Funny and a little sad.
The summoners are practitioners of a sacred art, sworn to protect the people of Yevon. Only a chosen few become summoners, who call forth entities of great power, the Aeons. The Aeons hear our prayers and come down to us.
No, this is not a 48-hour stream. We're still gonna have, no way, that'd be crazy.
We're
Marathon
actually
stream.
going to end soon. At 3 o'clock, our great good friend, Rumpo, will be taking over. And he'll be playing some Destiny, actually, as sort of a palate cleanser for our retro gaming that's happening right now.
Yes. I can't go that way. Gig Chicken Friends Waka Flocka Edition. I'm gonna call that the next stream. The next time I stream this, I'm calling it Gig Chicken Friends the Waka Flocka Edition. Rump plays Blitzball.
Yeah. It's $9.98.
Alright, so this is the scene. Hold on, I think I'm gonna activate it when I try to go up here. Oh, I did not. Do I have to talk to all these people? Or do I think I leave and then it activates? Alright, I think I have to like go to leave and then it... Oh wait. Did it? I really thought she was supposed to come out then. Something has to activate this. Guys, how do I activate this? Something activates a scene here. He's praying for the Aurochs to score a goal. Talk to me. Alright. Never mind.
Yeah?
Oh, okay, you have to go to sleep. Got it.
Dude, I could sleep right now.
I could sleep too. I'm like so tired. Look at this dog. Adorable. Wish I had a real dog like that.
Cute.
Sorry, man. They can... You could at least
Yeah,
go
yeah.
see how
Okay,
they're
so
doing.
this is where it is.
Can't interfere. It's a rule. But it's been...
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Sam.
What are you doing?
I'm tweaking the schedule for next week.
But it's been...
And staring at the chat.
It's been nearly a day already.
They put this weird effect over the flashbacks. They used to not do this.
That's weird.
Like, be like...
That kind of looks ugly.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan. They used to just be like...
Normal?
I don't remember if they were totally normal, but this is weird. It has like a vignette on it. If you could see that. It's like vignette, and then it's like this weird like old filter. They used to look like that. This is not. Oh, try to use everything until you get lucky. This is not really an old school adventure game. I mean, it's an old school game. It's 13 years old now.
Would you call it an old school game though?
It's not like old school. It's not like not really old school. I don't know what to call this. I mean, it's weird. Like, we're kind of in this weird place now where there's like a whole new section to history.
Well,
there used to just be like retro and old games and like new games. Now there's like the retro games, and there's like the Y2K, like late 90s to like early 2000s era.
Right.
And now we're in the future.
Oh, this is the future? What's gonna happen in 5 years from now?
I have
what
no
are we gonna call this
idea.
then?
This really isn't retro, but it's oh my god, Fatal Frame. How about Fear Effect? Did you ever play Fear Effect on the PlayStation?
I never had a PlayStation.
The game was so bad. Alright, watch this.
Is something wrong?
This is a beautiful scene. I love this scene so much.
Eh?
Well, apprentice
Yeah.
seminar, really. There's a room in there called the Cloister of Trials. If the prayer is heard...
So someone is in there somewhere and they haven't come back out. Right, I got it.
A day's
Good voice
already
acting.
gone by.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah, you sure?
particularly dangerous in there?
Some.
Why don't you go in and help?
That
There's already guardians in there.
dick.
Besides,
Ooh,
it's forbidden.
that's some voice acting right there.
Hey, but what if something happens? What if the summoner dies?
I mean, obviously the lips don't match up, but
I'm not talking about the lips.
listen, no, his actual voice, like not when he's talking in these shortcut scenes, when he talks, when he does the narrative, like
Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all.
that was good. His narrative voice acting is quite good. Oh,
Okay.
I have to do this. Come on.
Ooh.
Andrew, are you doodling on a whiteboard?
I told you I was doodling on a whiteboard.
Oh.
But yes, I'm doodling on a whiteboard.
Alright, I think this is... Does it come up yet? Please.
Yes, definitely. We did talk about how Waka is Bender. That's John DiMaggio. He's in a lot of things. He's Marcus Phoenix. He's Bender. He's Jake the dog. He played Joker in one of the animated movies, the one with Red Hood. I forget what one that's called. He's just a lot of things.
Who?
John DiMaggio.
Oh.
The Waka, the voice actor that plays Waka.
I'm sorry, this just takes way more creativity than, I mean, not creativity, but imagination than a Call of Duty game. It just does.
Don't discredit the imagination of realistic.
You don't have to. You don't have to imagine anything with realism. It's already there.
Okay. And what new things that does this game bring that hasn't taken from either old games or from real life? What do you?
Just
what
every
am I,
like
what
the
am I
style.
seeing right now?
You could just look up a picture of a soldier and make a soldier.
And I can look up a picture of high fantasy art, and then I can basically plop it onto a Final
I
Fantasy
don't know. I just. What is
Sam,
he saying?
Sam, I understand what you're trying to say, but you shouldn't discredit realistic games just because they're realistic.
I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
This just takes more imagination.
Mm-hmm.
So what about you?
Me? I'm a guardian.
A guardian?
I'm not discrediting them. I'm just saying that it takes more imagination to make something like this.
Does it though? There's still so many references that they're pulling from that is almost equal to realism, to the real life. So how much imagination is really going into these games then aside from taking from like old religious texts or from
but that's
this
like
architecture you can find in Jerusalem easily. So
like I don't want to say easily.
I can Google like
Google the city of Luca.
900 Jerusalem.
No, Google like look at any of these. They make up all of these monsters out of yeah. Maybe it looks like a fish, but he still had to make it look like something in like all.
What are you doing here?
Kamari, for instance, as a character, the Ronso.
No, it's
Okay.
What is he? What's his inspiration?
I can't see him that well. I have him at 3/4 profile. He is a Leoman. Watch Digimon, and you get that.
Who are you?
Or look at any ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics, and you can probably see. I don't. Is there a lion god? I don't know if there's a lion god.
I
The
just
Bast
think
is
that
a half human, half cat figure, which.
Like you have to make a world that makes sense. Like they give this.
You're right.
This is such a rich.
And I
look at this scene. This scene right here is so pretty. Yeah, I know. She's wearing a Japanese kimono essentially. I get it, but look at this.
And Sam, I completely agree with you. I'm a dungeon master, for God's sakes. I understand the importance of world building.
Yeah,
but
it's
I don't
beautiful.
think you should discredit realistic games and say that there's no imagination.
No, there is. Like Call of Duty Advanced Warfare has a ton of imagination was put into that game. I'm not discrediting that. But that's imaginative. That's like let's come up with something that we don't see in our present day. Like we don't see in our world anymore. Whether you're drawing from the past or coming up with ideas from the future, that's cool. But games that are based in realism, that you know.
That's your taste, and that's your preference, and that's your opinion. I agree with you. I love fantastical stuff. I bleed Jim Henson blood. I love the fantastic.
No, Kamari are called Ronsos. They're not. They're Ronso.
Man, was I surprised. And here I was thinking summoners were all old geezers.
Landro says, I want to see Japan make a COD
Who
game.
is this guy saying silly stuff on stream? Fire him.
see this?
I can't see anything.
Vasquez brings up a good point. If it's not important if it's fantasy, sci-fi games. It's important how the story is told, how the gameplay works for you, and how well everything fits together. Most important, it has to entertain you. I agree. I don't agree with the last part. I don't think games have to entertain you, but that's a whole different debate and discussion that we cannot say in 6 minutes.
What?
That games have to entertain you. That games are meant for your entertainment.
They are, aren't they?
It's an art form. I believe that video games are art, and it doesn't have to always default as purely entertainment.
I think if video games are art, then certain games are masterpieces and other games are mere recreations.
You're right. Or people can debate that as well. You can say the same thing about movies. You can say the same thing about paintings. Engage instead of entertain. I like that. Yes, art should, just in general, should engage its audience. And if some of them have to be entertaining, then so be it.
I don't think that Call of Duty is for bro dudes.
I've never seen anything like it in my life.
I played Call of Duty. I'm not saying it's for bro dudes. I played and I had fun.
I could feel a strange kind of gentleness coming from it.
Just don't think there's any story to be told there. Really? What are we naming Val for?
Val for what?
We gotta name him something, guys. What's his name? Oh, nah. What's his name? That's Rihanna's song.
It's a good joke.
Thanks. Come on, guys. What's the name? Ballsack.
Wow, you're really gonna do that? Wow. Yep. Sam, it is 2:56 right now.
Yeah.
You are unfortunately gonna have to end your stream right now, so Rumpo can take over at 3.
1 second, I gotta name Ballsack. Roosterhead, actually. Dude Bro. His name, in light of this conversation, we're naming him Dude Bro. Dude Bro.
I remember that night we talked for the first
time.
And thus Dude Bro was born.
Thus Dude Bro was born, and unfortunately that is the end of our stream. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for watching Sam play some Final Fantasy. I made a weird goblin thing. In a couple of minutes, Rumpo's going to take over.
What's Rumpo playing?
He's going to be playing some Destiny.
Awesome.
You know, some fun Destiny hoo-ha going in. So thank you guys for hanging out with us, and we'll see you again soon. So I'm just going to press some buttons and end the stream. So guys, thanks again.